Hey y'all, Mike with Cardboard Kingdom. Welcome back to another Disney Lorcana video. I hope all the fathers had an amazing Father's Day weekend out there. I certainly did. Got to hang out with the fam. Got to play some Lorcana. Went to a little store credit tournament. That was a ton of fun. Daughter opened some packs with me. We re-sleeved my deck. We did all sorts of stuff. It was a great weekend. Ate some barbecue, so I am not one to complain. For today's video, we're gonna open some mail. We've got a ton of packages here that we're gonna open and see what's coming in, and then yeah, we're just gonna kind of talk while we open it, and we'll get out of here. So let's hop over to our bat here. We do have, I'm going to open them off camera just to prevent any doxing there, but we do have all sorts of packages. So we'll start with this one. I will say you'll see that this little corner is dinged on this envelope. The story behind that, I didn't like yell at him or anything, but we play out front very frequently, right? I've mentioned that I have a 3-year-old son. Him inside is not a winning recipe for anything, so we play outside very frequently. We've got a basketball goal, he's got a bike, etc., etc. One of the neighbor boys went to my mailbox and got our mail out, unbeknownst to me. Didn't ask him to, didn't see him do it, nothing. Went out there and got the mail and put it in the driveway. And all the kids, I saw one of the kids ride a bike over one of the packages, and I went and looked, and it was, sure enough, my mail that had cards in it. So I was very, very frustrated. I did inspect the case, and nothing was hurt. These are the cards that were in the primary offender of the biking. I was very frustrated. Didn't ask him to get our mail. Had no reason to be touching my mailbox. So yeah, that was a stern talking to, but just like, hey man, not your mail. Don't touch it. That's a federal crime, right? I should report it. No, it wasn't that big of a deal, but just let him know, like, hey dude, don't touch our mail. We got some cool stuff in there. So all sorts of Hiro Hamada armor designer participation promos from the set champs, 33 of them to be exact. And some of these cards, I can't remember if I mentioned it or not. I'm doing some proxy buying for a friend of mine, Daryl. He lives overseas in Australia, and he wants to buy some cards on TCG Player, but he just doesn't have the ability because he is not here. If you don't live in the States, you cannot buy off TCG Player, and so he's kind of asking me to help him out with that, which I will gladly do. Next up, we have some We Don't Talk About Brunos. I needed one of these. I don't know what happened, but I somehow lost my We Don't Talk About Brunos. I had one in my binder. For sure had 4, no clue where they went. But nevertheless, bought a 4-stack on TCG Player to put in my current deck. This came from a player, obviously, because they have the perfect fit sleeves on them. So straight out of someone else's deck into my collection, never to leave again. So those have reached their final destination. I have no clue. I do, as you guys, if you've been around on the channel for a while, you know I've always had a lot to say about discard, and while I'm not playing discard, I am playing Emerald. And well, I guess I don't know if you would consider Bruno discard. I don't really consider that discard too much, but I was pretty salty there for a while. So like Diablos were a card I had to buy 2 of them because I didn't have any, because I refused to have any in my collection. So next up we have a Mickey Mouse promo. Interesting way to ship that. They folded the cellophane down and stuffed it in a top loader. Let's see here. There's no way that can be good. Trying to see if the top right corner, it's hard to see with the cellophane. I might have to take it out. I mean, it looks, initial feedback is that it looks okay. We'll do a deep dive though, because it was kind of stuffed down in the top loader with the cellophane. Don't love that packaging at all. Would 0 out of 10. Would not recommend that one. But so far we got a bunch of promos, and we don't talk about Bruno, the Mickey Mouse. We should have quite a few of those coming here. That will not be the last Mickey Mouse that we see. All right, next up we've got two guards here. Goodies inside, surely. There are some Yeizmas, Chapter 1 Organized Play Kit, and some Hey-Hays from the Chapter 1 Organized Play Kit. Also a Mickey and then 2 Mickeys from the Chapter 1 Organized Play Kit. So these are all from the Organized Play Kit, the first one. These are the 3 promos that came with inside of it. I think all of these are great long-term, holds. They're very, very cheap right now. These prices are not reflective of what they are on TCG Player. These are just a store had them in their case at this price and then sold them online. I can't remember exactly what I paid for them, but that's like I said, if I've talked about those cards once, I've talked about them a million times. Some of the most just like, look, are these cards ever going to be $100 cards? No. Are these cards always going to be $1 card? No. Right. So where does that middle ground land? I don't know. I just know that I want to be well positioned for whatever is ahead, whether that's if they stay at $1 forever. I truly don't see a world where they go below that. Right. And so I'm going to have a lot of them. That's all there is to it. Okay, next up, what do we got here? All sorts of promos. We got some Wasabi, organized play from, what is this, Arcasia's Island, I believe? From set 6, Azurite Sea, actually. Some cold foil, not a single penny sleeve in sight. Don't love that. That one's probably got some hollow foil scratches, without a doubt, sent without a sleeve against the top loader. That is a decision. Rest of them appear to be okay, but do me a favor and put your cards in top loaders before you send them. Or not top loaders, but penny sleeves before you send them, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try and prevent some damage. I'll take a better look at those off camera. Same with the heroes, just to make sure everything is okay there. Next up, Honey Lemon, same packaging style here. No penny sleeves, just in a top loader. So you can see those there. We love an organized play promo. Yes, we do. All right, a couple more here. I played, like I said, I played in a tournament this weekend. That was a ton of fun. There was the Charlie's Collectible Card Show that happened this weekend, which was a nice little tournament. Let's see here. This person wrote me a note. Thank you for your order. You're supporting a small business. Well, you're welcome. Shout out to Round 2 Gaming. Round 2 Gaming. I needed a Clarabelle for my deck. They had one for me. So we got a Clarabelle. I have 3. I needed 1 more. So got that. And then let's see here. We got 2 more packages. But I was gonna say I played in the tournament this weekend. There's the Charlie Collectible Card Show. There's a little bit of price movement, like Return of Hercules went up. Yin Sid had a massive tournament. It's funny. Brooms finally did their thing. It's like, who would have thought set 8 we get a Brooms meta? 4 more Mickey Mouse promos there. The foiling on these promos, man, just next level. I love the Lilo and Stitch gifted artists. I also love the Pirate Captain Mickey. These look so good. I cannot wait to see what the Elsa Fifth Spirit looks like. I saw some people, I guess these aren't for everybody. I saw some people who did not like the promo foiling for these. I absolutely love it. Now, I mean, maybe that's just, I'm a sucker for the art. And, but dude, I feel like those cards pop. I don't know. I think they look really good. I saw someone I could make that in Microsoft Paint in 2 seconds. All right, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I think they look good. But, yeah, I in terms of the overall market right now, and I've said it a bunch. I don't want to just keep repeating it in videos, but I just feel like we're at this moment, this powder keg moment, where we're getting ready to have Worlds. Worlds is next week, right? So we've got Worlds coming. Sorry, I had to get a knife out for this one. It's a bigger package. We've got Worlds coming, and then we've got some cool events that they announced for sealed events over in Australia, which is really, really cool. We've got the Infinity Constructed event at the end of the year for the Whole New World promo. We've got DLC events that are getting ready to get scheduled. We've got Pixar coming next year. There's just so much in the hopper. I feel like we are just, this powder keg moment is here, man. Starting with Worlds, getting into the PPG event in Dallas on July 4th weekend. That's going to then rotate into, we've got this hype for Reign of Jafar set champs with that awesome Jafar card. We're then into the DLC season. We're into the Infinity Constructed tournament at the end of the year. There's just so much moving, and we know that the competitive side of things is really what drives the volume in Lorcana. And, this is no exception, right? And I think that we're There's going to be it's going to be very exciting, and there's also going to be a lot of volatility and a lot of people who are going to be upset. Cards are going to get expensive. Decks are not always going to be this cheap. Individual cards are not always going to be this cheap. I've been trying to remind everybody of that here over the last couple days, because there's been times where like the best decks in the format were like $800 decks, right? And that stinks, and I don't think that should be the case. But like, do I see a world where we get into this super competitive, just like lots of people are into Lorcana and the competitive scene really takes off and we get back to that point? Like, yes, I could see it, and that's going to cause them to reprint sets, and it's going to be, there's going to be all sorts of turbulence around stuff like that. But look, the game's poised for just massive growth. And so this powder keg moment, once again, that I've been talking about for some time, I feel like it is, it's just brewing. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right, let's do a count here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the Mickey Mouse Pirate Captain's in. We got 4. We don't talk about Bruno's. We got 33, I believe. Let's count and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33 Hiro Hamada participation promos. Great card. Awesome IP. Love it, love it, love it. We got 4 Hey Heys. We got 3 Yeizmas, and we got 2 Mickey Mouse organized play promos to add to the collection. We got 1 Cold Foil Clarabelle. Love the enchanted artwork of this card, but also love a good old-fashioned Cold Foil legendary for the deck. Next up, we have Wasabi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Wasabis came in. And last but not least, Honey Lemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Honey Lemons came in as well. We've got quite a few packages coming this week on top of what you see here. Like I said, some of this is mine, some of this is going to my friend Daryl. Overall, the packaging on these were, some of them not ideal. I think our heroes came out just fine with the neighborhood accident. I don't see any damage on those. They all look very clean. Nothing to worry about there. We'll have to take a look at some of these promos that were sent. Like, I mean, really? We're sending 10 promos without a single penny sleeve. Like, that's just, can we do better, please? Same with Honey Lemon. That was from the same seller. I'll have to see who that was and just, say like, hey, can you throw a penny sleeve on the nice shiny cardboard, please? I would greatly appreciate it. We've got a couple Diablos that are coming in. Like I said, I've sold all of my Diablos, so I don't have any in this deck that I'm playing. While it's not discard, it does have Diablos. And I just simply haven't been able to I haven't had 4 in a long time. So I've got 2. I need to get a couple more. And then we've got some other promos that are coming in as well. But I'm buying very aggressively on the chapter 1 through 4 stuff. The legendaries that have done very good that are going to be rotated out and people are selling off. Even the super rares, right? Things like Tinkerbell, things like A Whole New World. A lot of these cards that these people overreacted to, are poised. Just like there's the downside of like getting those cards, I think is so low. You're buying a lot of them at their all-time low right now, and that that's where I want to be, right? That's exactly what I want to buy. It's the same, game of cat and mouse that we see over and over again of, what's going to kill Lorcana next, right? Or what's going to kill Lorcana this time. First it was the first chapter they didn't print enough and people can't get their hands on product. That's going to kill the game. We then had Pixelborn taken away. That was certainly going to kill the game. We got into, I don't even know what was next, but we had all sorts of communication issues. That was going to kill the game. Inklings being in bin stores, that was going to kill the game. We had Rudy do his Amazon dump video that was like a complete lie. The dude didn't take any time to like assess the situation. He just got a hard on for like hating on Lorcana, and he made an entire like 20-minute video dumping on Lorcana, and all of it was based off this one Amazon listing that was not even relevant to what he was saying. It was all a lie. So we had that. We had I don't know, whatever else, banning cards. That was, that was a terrible decision. What they did with Bucky made everyone mad. Rotations, right? That was the most recent example of what was going to kill the game. Nothing. Look, they would have to go on a tremendous run of poor decision making if this game was going to die. And that's just simply, we have not seen anything. And look, I will be the first one to say when I feel like we're getting that signal. I just don't think that it's the case. I don't think that we're anywhere near that. I think that right now, if you put a 5,000 player event in my backyard with some, like, an official Disney Lorcana challenge, Kansas City, middle of the United States, everyone welcome, fly in from across the United States, the world, whatever, 5,000 player cap, 20K event, whatever, like, it would sell out in seconds, right? Like, as soon as it would be listed, it would sell out. And that speaks to the sheer amount of demand for the game. You can't even get into a tournament in Japan, one of the hottest TCG markets in the world. It's all the signs are there, right? And so, look, is it ever going to become Pokemon? Is it ever going to become Magic? Probably not, but it has to start somewhere. And man, these are some very promising stepping stones. The scalpers aren't here. The quick tendies people, they've all been weeded out. Like, this is just pure organic growth. And for someone like myself, excuse me, ooh, dying there. Someone like myself, that is very, very exciting. I don't need this stuff to go to the moon overnight. I would much rather build a solid collection and it stay under the radar. And then when it pops, and I'll be here when it does. So, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here before I die. But yes, thank you all for watching. The views, the subscriptions, the likes, all of that has been insane lately. The memberships, 10 out of 10. Thank you very much for all the support, guys. We'll be back with another video soon. Goodbye.